So we flew over on the Tuesday and flew from Jersey to Luton and then stayed in one of the chalets that I videoed here. And this is me standing outside of our chalet. And then on the Wednesday we went to start camping, and we were the first people to arrive to set up our tent. We were the red camping tickets, and you can see this on the Silverstone events tickets app. And this was the before, showing how calm it is and how no one's around. And then you can see the clubhouse there. Say hello, Mum. And this is the after. As you can see, it's filled up quite a bit. This wasn't even the full campsite, this was just on the Wednesday afternoon, so not even that many people had arrived, but it was very busy. And this was a map of the campsite, and we were down in area 5. I did a quick walkthrough from the clubhouse all the way through to our tent, which was the furthest one away, so you can have a quick look at the campsite. Now let's put up the tent. As you can see here, this is the first time me and my mum have ever put up a tent together. So we had a lot of fun, and it was very, very cold, rainy, windy, and the tent really blew away a couple of times, as you can see here. I had to keep holding on to it to make sure that it didn't fly away. But yeah, this is a little time lapse of us putting up the tent together. And this was our masterpiece complete. And then on the Wednesday we went to the Silverstone Museum. You do really need to be careful doing this walk from the Silverstone Golf Club campsite, because it's about a 20-minute walk on the main road and there is a lot of traffic, so you have to walk on the grass, and it is a bit dangerous, to be honest. This was so cool. This was a Sky Electrics replica of the Silverstone track that you get to race little cars on, and it was so fun. I lost the race but got fastest lap. And that brings us to the end of the day on the Wednesday, and as you can see, it did become sunny. Thursday was sunny and it was a lovely surprise. And then we saw some of the drivers driving in. This was Lando. This is a great place to see the drivers and team arriving for the day. We arrived quite late, so we didn't actually see that many people, but I recommend going here. It's by gate 19. And then we walked around the circuit the whole way round, and oh my god, by the end of it I was absolutely exhausted. But this was the fan zone area, playing music. And then on our way around we saw this Lego place, and they had a full-size replica of Ayrton Senna's car made of Lego. And then this was just our walk around. Then we saw the hot laps, and this was Lando taking some people round. This was one of the many laps that Lando had done. It looked like he was taking out veterans, I think. But yeah, it was really cool just to see the cars going really fast. Then I had my F1 experiences, and this was just over the bridge, so you could see a bit of the track, but there wasn't many vendors open, so just be aware of that. So the F1 experiences involved us going around on a flatbed truck. So this is me on the back of the truck. You'll see me waving in a second, and this is my mum recording it. So you do one lap of the track, and then you have some talks with, we had Martin Brundle, David Coulthard, Bert Mylander, and a couple of others, including Jack Crawford. And then you have some free complimentary food and drinks, and there's some show cars, and you can get a photo with the championship trophy. So yeah, it was really interesting, and there's me waving. So I'll just chuck in a couple of photos now as well.
Okay, so that's it.
It's still really we do have. Yes, sir. 2 years ago? Yeah, big X.
Of the truck, your windscreen, this truck. Well, you should race in the rain. It's good.
From Malta. Yeah, from Malta.
If you energise the floor and you energise the aerodynamics, they'll take off. And if it does rain tomorrow, by the way, just look at the rooster tail and look at the water coming off the cars, because it shows you the aerodynamics of a Formula One car and how much. I mean, they kick up 60 litres per second off the tyres if it's really wet. You'll see the water coming off, but you'll also see how the aerodynamics work over the car.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible to watch, and especially down sort of like the hangar straight and that kind of thing. You can see those massive rooster tails. And I think on that point there, where we've got the extreme wet tyre, where it solves one problem where the car is drivable, it almost pauses another for the drivers behind, because they could barely see anything. It's almost like having buckets of water chucked at your face. Now, with that sort of development in tyre technology
as well, then you start hearing the car in front. And that's also the moment whether you want to be a racing driver or not, because you can't see where you're going, and you push the throttle a little bit harder. When you lift the throttle, it's time to stop and go and do something else, like being a TV commentator or something. So it's always been the same, and they keep trying to fit. There's so much water coming off the back of the cars, so you can move slightly, and it's weird because you can all, like Hockenheim or Monza when it's raining, you all go down the first corner doing 180 miles an hour, and you start slowing down because you're not sure where the corner is. The spray dies down.
And whilst I was doing the F1 experiences, my mum was sat in the grandstand watching the F1 show. So this is a couple of bits of footage that she got from the F1 show. And then we took a walk back to the tent, and this was us trying to get to sleep. It was very cold.
It's hysteria, it's not morning.
On the Friday we sat at Club Corner, and I would recommend these seats because you could see so much. You could see the drivers coming in from Hangar Straight to Stowe, across Vale, and then up Hamilton Straight. This is some random footage from the F3, F2, F1 and historic cars.
Flag out in sector 2. Creeping around the loop at the moment. Recent regulation for the whole season bypass that. corner. I suspect this is going to be a twitch as it is. This could go down through the traffic. He's weaving around as well, possibly tenths down at the minute, and there should be some time to find. That said, George Russell's had a bit of time in the first sector. He's just done a personal best there. So 40 minutes of this session remain.
And in fact, the tyre choice so far, Verstappen has been on softs, so has Norris, whereas just about everybody.
Results that car had that season. It was a 4th for Ralph and a 5th for Jensen Button here. It was a podium from memory in Australia for Ralph Schumacher at the start of the year.
And then we came back to the campsite and everyone was watching the football. And then at 3 o'clock that morning we got woken up with this. Silverstone 2024.